worth more than another. Robbins, 8th and Walnut. Our name is our address.
When Archie's warned to lose weight or else, the rest of the bunkers decide it's time for everyone to go on a health diet on All of the Family tonight at 7:30.
I've been thinking it over, and this job, it just ain't for me.
Why, what's the matter with it? Isn't the pay good enough?
No. The pay is fine, but there's something else that's...
Is it the hours? I realize they're a little restricted, but surely you have enough free time.
No, it's something else. It's relocating. You know, most of my friends are in Monticello. I mean, my ties are there, and it all comes down. I'd just rather work there than here. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Why did you apply for the job in the first place?
Look, I'm sorry if I caused you any grief.
Oh, you damn well have, young man. But I don't suppose there's anything I can do to change your mind.
I knew you'd understand.
Oh, one thing. I want you to stay until tomorrow morning. It's Sharky's night off, and I don't want to leave the hospital understaffed.
I can't do that. I mean, it just ain't possible.
Well, surely that's the least you can do.
Yeah, you're right. It's the least I can do. Leave in the morning, Doc.
Hello? Hello?
What in God's name do I think I'm doing?
Hello? Is somebody there?
I just can't speak to your husband, Mrs. Carr. I just can't help you. God knows I can't even help myself. Yes?
I must talk to you, Bryson.
Oh, it's a bit late, Mr. Gideon. Another time.
No, I want to talk now.
All right, what can I do for you?
One thing you can do is stop calling me Gideon. With all these strangers wandering around here these days, that can be very dangerous.
Well, you don't have to worry about that particular stranger. He's leaving in the morning. He doesn't like the place.
I don't like it here either. And that's what I want to talk about.
Well, can't we do it tomorrow morning?
You've been putting things off long enough, Doctor. I think it's time you made up your mind.
Well, about what?
About your favorite patient, Mrs. Carr.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves no sticky soap film, so you feel really clean. And by Mountain Grown Folgers, mountain grown coffee, the richest kind.
Hey, Ed, what'd you use an automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Great.
What do you use in the automatic coffee maker?
Folgers flaked coffee.
Delicious.
Mrs. Olson, what did you use? Oh, Folgers flaked coffee.
Nothing's better in these coffee makers.
Where's that?
Folgers is mountain grown, the richest kind of coffee. It's a coffee recommended by Mr. Coffee, the best-selling coffee maker.
And it's flaked?
Flaked to release more rich flavor, so you use less. If you normally use 5 measures, you only need 4 of Folgers flaked coffee.
Delicious.
Mountain grown Folgers. That's how good coffee makers make great coffee.
Can Zest make you give up your soap?
When you discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Zest's bigger bubbles of deodorant lather. Rinse cleaner, so I feel cleaner.
When you discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed, soap.
Zest rinses cleaner than any soap.
Look, dip one lens in soap and water, one in Zest and water. Rinse. Soap leaves a sticky film on the lens and your skin. Zest rinses cleaner.
So I feel cleaner.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Go back to soap? Nope.
Discover the cleaner feeling of zest.
Well, the return of a girl and her dog. Welcome back.
Hi, Miles.
Hello. Hello, Muffin. What happened? Did you lose Kelly?
Oh, no. Kelly has to go to work tomorrow, so he thought it'd be better if he got home, got a good night's rest.
Oh, that's too bad. I had dessert waiting for the two of you in the kitchen.
Dessert? The walk was supposed to take off the calories, and you want me to put them back
This
on?
is just fruit salad, very unfattening. Did you enjoy your stroll?
Well, I think Muffin was the only one who did.
Why? What's the matter?
It's my appointment tomorrow with Skylar Whitney. I just can't get it out of my mind.
A little nervous anticipation?
I think that's part of it.
Well, that's understandable. After all, you thought you'd lost your job. Now it sounds like this man wants to keep you in the company.
But why? That's what I want to know.
Well, Jody, you're a very good dancer. Don't forget that.
Well, I was handpicked by Martine and Gavin. Well, now that they're no longer part of the company, doesn't it make more sense that Mr. Whitney would want to wipe the slate clean?
Well, I can think of another motive, ulterior variety.
I'd like to hear it.
Well, look, this is just total speculation. I don't want to take anything away from your talent as a dancer, but isn't it possible that Mr. Whitney sort of wants to keep you as a tie between himself and Martine?
Yeah, that occurred to me, too.
You are her protege, you're her friend. Maybe Mr. Whitney thinks that by keeping you, he's going to keep open the lines of communication between himself and his lady
What would he
friend.
stand to gain?
Well, maybe a reconciliation.
Oh, no. I don't think there's any way that Sky's going to get Martine back.
Maybe he doesn't feel that way.
Oh, I know that's the way it is, though. And I'm not going to feel sorry for him. Because I am too busy feeling happy for Gavin.
Well, then, good. Gavin and Martine will have each other, and you'll still have a job.
Yes, if he asks me, and if I decide to accept.
You still undecided?
I want to dance professionally, more than anything in the whole world. But I'm not sure this is the way I want to launch my career.
Well, then you just got to weigh the pluses and the minuses, that's all.
I asked Kelly for some advice. He was very diplomatic in not influencing me one way or the other. What do you think I should do?
I am with Kelly. I think it is your decision and yours alone.
Miles, I'm confused, and I really do value your opinion.
Well, you don't have to make up your mind yet. Talk to the man, see what he has to say.
Yeah, then flip a coin.
Well, if he makes an offer and you're still undecided, then tell him you just need a little time to think it over. And then I think the best people to talk to would be Gavin and Martine.
Why I didn't think of it right off the bat?
I don't know.
I'll even give you top billing to sweeten the pot. The Duval Wiley Dance Studio. How's that?
No, forget it.
Why?
Because I think it's not a good idea.
What? Do you realize how many people we'd bring to the studio if they knew that Martine Duval was teaching here?
I'm a dancer. I'm not a teacher.
Oh, because stop. Those who do can teach as well, you know.
I do have serious doubts about that, especially in my case.
I've seen the way you handled the dancers at the auditions. You're a natural for it.
One has to be strict and firm to be a good teacher, just like you.
Yeah, discipline's important, yeah, but you don't have to walk around cracking the whip. You just have to, be tough sometimes.
No, I'm just not like that, you know.
No, you're not like that at all. You're soft and gentle and very beautiful.
Does that end the discussion about the Duval Wiley Dance Studio?
Well, I can't talk you into something you don't want to do.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm so happy.
I'm not giving up the idea of a Duval Wiley partnership. I think we're terrific together in every way.
Are we?
Yeah, I think so. I think we were wonderful together ever since the beginning.
I lied to you since the beginning.
Oh, you didn't lie to me. You just, left a few things off your resume.
1977 to 1979, thief.
Hey, don't say that word. It's not accurate.
That's right. Accomplice, that's the right term. And in the eyes of the law...
The hell with the eyes of the law. You're my eyes now. You know what I see? The woman I love.
Help! Does anyone have a breath mint?
Oh, here you go.
Wait, try Breath Savers. They keep your breath fresh a long time.
So do mine.
Oh, but Breath Savers taste so cool and minty.
So do mine.
But Breath Savers are sugar-free.
Sugar-free?
Mm-hmm. Try one.
Breath Savers are the sugar-free way to get long-lasting breath protection. Bursting all over with a minty cool breath freshener.
I like Breath Savers mints because they freshen your breath without sugar.
If you get one for the...
Best man.
With Comtrex, you may almost forget you have a cold.
I have a bad cold, but I'm here because with Comtrex, I almost don't feel like I do.
I'm sure I still have a cold, but with Comtrex, I'd swear it's gone.
You could take any of these for a cold, but for one with nasal congestion, runny nose, aches, and coughs, Comtrex multi-symptom cold reliever is better. All by itself, Comtrex relieves all the major cold symptoms more than Dristan or Contac or Tylenol. Try Comtrex in tablets, capsules, or liquid.
Well, here's your sandwich.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, do you work across the street at the police station?
Yeah, I'd like your flower.
Cute. Thanks a lot.
Everybody freeze. This is a raid. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Calvin.
How about some coffee?
Just about to get it.
Good. Anderson told me I might catch up with you here.
I'll pull up a stool.
Don't mind if I do. I came by to congratulate you.
For what?
Well, maybe for a lot of things. But it didn't take you long to make a big impression on Chief Mallory.
Well, you know how it is. No, I wanted to let the guy know he's going to get his money's worth out of me.
Yeah. A couple of days on the force and already you're in line for a commendation. That must be a record.
I already found a nice spot for it. Right above my file cabinet.
Still, I got to give it to you. That was clever thinking about that safe-cracking case.
Was elementary, my dear Stoner. Well, the first thing we did when we found a safe that had been drilled open was to look around for metal filings. You know, it might give you an idea as to the kind of machinery that was used.
Now, only in this case, there were no filings. But your deduction rattled Herman into a complete confession. I gotta tell you, I am impressed.
That was nothing. Wait till you see the report I typed up. Not one mistake.
Is there anything that you can't do?
Stoner, if I ever find something I can't handle, you'll be the first to know.
What's with that? Can't you afford the whole paper?
I want to look this over one more time.
Now, that is one very pretty lady. You are carrying a secret torch for her or something?
No, this gentleman prefers blondes.
Where'd you say you ran into her?
In Paris.
So you ran around with the artsy set in Paris, eh?
I didn't have time for that, Stoner. I was tracking down a skyjacker. Some of the marked money from the heist started turning up in Paris. That's where I headed.
Yeah, but you ran into Martine. I mean, she wasn't a part of that group.
No. A friend of mine took me to a party one night. A very classy affair. This lady was dancing there.
I see.
She was part of a dance team, she and some guy. He didn't do much, just stood around. See, what was his name?
Well, look, don't get a headache over it. It really isn't that important.
Wells. That's it. Call your Wells. Did you ever hear that name?
No.
Mark,
much. I don't have enough. Lend me some money. I'll lend you some advice. Put back this detergent and fabric softener and get this detergent with built-in fabric softener. Bold 3? It's some value. Why save money if it doesn't work? But Bold 3 does work.
Why spend the money on separate detergent and fabric softener? Buy Bold 3. It's detergent and fabric softener together. Bold 3 cleans, softens, and controls static.
The kids' shirts are so soft. No static cling here. And these jeans are really clean. More Bold 3? Why spend extra? Bold 3 cleans and softens in one.
Detergent plus fabric softener. That's the built-in value of Bold 3.
Mom, he took my brownie. Ricky, you can't put it back together.
You can, if it's moist.
It's magic.
Duncan Hines does it with the liquid flavor packet.
Duncan Hines brownies. Our magic is our moistness.
I smell flowers.
New dishwashing liquid.
Oh, fresh. But for that grease, you'll need Dawn.
Wrong. New fresh scent Dawn.
Watch. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back.
Dishes don't feel greasy.
Or my hands.
No flowers, huh?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
And now, it smells even better.
I think I'm going to turn in now, Miles.
All right, sleep tight.
Probably stare at the walls all night.
Oh, now, Jody, try not to worry too much, all right?
I just want to do the right thing.
Well, you're a sensible young lady. You will.
Tune in tomorrow and find out. Come on, you want me to read your bedtime story? How about Snow White and the 7 Miniature Poodles? It's his absolute favorite. Good night, Miles. Good night.
Miniature Poodles. Emily.
Dr. Kavanaugh, I'm sorry for coming by so late, especially without calling, but I have to talk to you.
What do you want?
Well, may I come in? I promise I won't stay too long.
All right.
Thank you.
Well?
I'm just really ashamed of myself for the way I acted today in Cliff Nelson's office.
You did cause a little bit of a scene, yeah.
It was terribly wrong of me, and I'm sorry. I want you to know that.
I'm glad you realized that your behavior wasn't exactly appropriate.
No. It wasn't right for me to cause such a scene and, well, to accuse you and Cliff of plotting against me.
Hope you realize that was not the case.
No, I got a little carried away. Well, you know how it is with pregnant women. They're moody and overly emotional, and especially when they're left alone in the world like I am.
Listen, Emily, I understand what you're going through, and I sympathize with you. I really do.
Some days it's just very difficult, Doctor. I can't tell you.
I know, but you would do yourself a favor if you try to think of what April and Draper are going through, too.
Oh, but I do. I know that we've all been put under an incredible strain.
Two people who love each other very much, and all they're trying to do is just find a way to get back together.
And I'm making it very difficult for them, I know.
Well, no one has gained anything by the way you've acted, including yourself.
Draper and April belong together. I know that now.
You mean that?
I've been fighting a losing battle. April is the only woman that Draper could truly love.
And can you accept that now?
If I were sure that the Scotts were reconciled, I would give them my blessing and just fade out of their lives quietly.
That would allow you to start building a life for yourself, Emily.
Yes, I know that. And that's why I need to know if it's true, what I was speculating about this afternoon.
What do you mean?
Well, have they reconciled?
Well, they're off at some country inn someplace together.
Then they are back together.
Well, that would be the implication, wouldn't it? And I certainly hope it's true. I haven't heard from either one of them, so I couldn't tell you for sure.
I'm glad. I'm really very glad.
It's the right resolution, Emily. It really is.
Yes, I agree with you. Listen, could you give me their number? I'd really like to call them.
What for?
Well, I want to tell them how happy I am for them And also let Draper know that I may require some child support. Of course, I won't ask for another
I really
thing.
think that kind of thing could wait until they return, don't you?
Oh, no, I'd like to get it over and
I
done
tell you
with.
what I will do. I will tell Draper to get in touch with you as soon as he gets back.
Why won't you give me that
well,
number?
For one thing, I don't know the number myself,
I don't
Emily.
believe you. Why is everybody keeping secrets from me?
All right, I think you'd better leave now.
I am sorry. I was really out of line. I understand your position. Well, maybe you could ask Draper and April to give me a call when
Yes,
you come
sure.
back.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
That's all right, Doctor. If you won't tell me where they are, I know someone who will.
I wouldn't say that. For one thing, I earned a full day's pay. And for another, I found out that your mysteriously bandaged woman in room 210 wasn't Nancy. No, it was a car crash victim named Cora Allen. Yeah, that'll do it. Being on your feet all day. But there's another reason I want you to stop work early tonight. Sharky. Because I know it's his night off, and you can bet your bottom dollar he'll be coming down to see you. No, I'm not jealous. I just want you to take a hot bath, jump right into bed. But please, before you do that, do me another favor. Make sure your door's locked.
Bryson, you cannot let Mrs. Carr go. I can ill afford to have that woman confirm what the police already suspect, that I walked away from that drowning scene in San Francisco.
I am fully aware of the importance of her silence.
Even if I escaped the country, the police will be on you like a shot, trying to find out what this new face you've given me looks like.
I have no intention of coming under their scrutiny.
Best laid plans.
But even if I was questioned, I certainly wouldn't reveal the identity I've given you.
Don't be so sure.
I give you my word.
Poor, naive Dr. Bryson. The police want to locate me very badly. They might make it well worth your while to turn state's evidence. Several years off your jail term may be just the incentive you require.
It's not going to come to that.
See that it doesn't, Doctor. You had better come up with a viable solution. And fast.
Hey, no. Say bye.
Oh, it's coming along nicely, June.
Yeah, but not for me. My doctor says too much caffeine makes me edgy.
Well, why not try Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee?
I'll take real coffee.
Sanka brand's 100% real coffee. You'll love it.
I do.
June, the show is a big hit.
Well, I'm really hitting it off with Sanka brand.
Sanka brand. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy yourself.
Okay, is everybody ready to play Simon Says?
Yeah!
Simon Says eat some smooth, creamy Jell-O pudding. Simon Says take a spoonful of Jell-O pudding, but don't eat it. Okay, Simon Says eat it.
Kids love Jell-O brand pudding, and because you make it with fresh milk, you know it's wholesome.
And now, Simon Says give me your Jell-O pudding.
No!
The password is hilarity when Oscar and Felix join Alan Ludden and Betty White as game show contestants on tonight's episode of The Odd Couple at 11. Then Lucy and Ricky, exhausted from the throes of new parenthood, decide to hire a nurse for little Ricky on I Love Lucy, tonight at 11:30 on Channel 48.
I love good, hard, honest work. I can watch people do it all day. Huh? Dig it? Huh?
Looking real sharp, Shark.
Yeah, it's a brand new jacket. It's a British cut. The gentleman who sold it to me guaranteed that the chicks will come running to me when they see me in it.
I thought they did that anyway.
I know it's hard to improve upon perfection, but why leave room for any doubt?
Yep. Well, Sharky, something tells me that you're gonna do real well tonight.
Yeah. Hey, look, Richie, I just want to tell you that I feel real bad about your leaving this job. I thought we could have some real good times together, you know?
Watch yourself.
Oh, sorry.
That's the way it goes, Shark.
I just don't understand it. You don't strike me as being a chump, but you're kissing a real good deal goodbye.
Money ain't everything.
I'm just disappointed. Especially because it's on account of some chick.
Well, look. Everybody around here knows that you're the real heartbreaker, right?
Right.
Well, look, haven't you ever met a girl you would have done anything for? I mean, anything. Even give up a sweet job like this?
Truth?
Sure. I mean, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I did meet a girl that really got to me. It wasn't too long ago, either.
Yeah? What happened?
Yeah, well, of all the chicks around, I had to fall for a mental case.
A little spacey, huh?
A lot of spacey, as in certifiable.
Where'd you meet this one?
I bet you think I met her at a singles bar, right? Wrong. On the job back in Monticello.
Patient?
Yeah, at the Hathaway Pavilion. She was a real looker, too, but she had this sort of a nervous breakdown. I could have gone for her in a real way, but she just had so many problems.
How far'd you get, man?
Look, I'll send you my memoirs when they come out.
Come on, I'm always hearing about guys like you, fooling around with patients, and you guys never get caught. Right? You belong to that club?
I'll tell you about my exploits some other time,
No,
right?
come on, please. It's a long night. I'm gonna need a story. Tell me a story, please.
Come on, this is my night off, Richie. What am I doing hanging around talking when I can be out doing, right? Right.
I may be pretty easygoing about a lot of things, but one thing I don't take lightly is medicine. I feel very responsible for the medication I give my family. That's why I give my family Tylenol. I know how effective Tylenol is in relieving headaches and fever. You see, when I was in the hospital with my first child, they gave me Tylenol to use, and it really worked. Turns out that Tylenol is the pain reliever hospitals use most. That's why I feel so confident using Tylenol at home. I know that if someone in my family comes home with a headache, Tylenol is going to get rid of it. And that's a pretty good reason to trust it.
For relief you can trust. Trust Tylenol. Hospitals do. Regular strength Tylenol in tablets and capsules.
I feel good knowing I've got something as good as Tylenol to give my family when they need it. I know it works, and I know hospitals use it. And that's all I need to know.
Tomorrow night at 8, Cousteau and his divers sail in quest of the oldest surviving marine animal in 500 million years beneath the sea. Now stay tuned as Charlie Callis and Sonny Bono guest star on today's episode of The Love Boat, next on Channel 48.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
Here, put it on your finger. It'll be safer that way.
Well, isn't that bad luck? I mean, for me to put it on?
I couldn't have bad luck.
Barbara Stanwyck assumes another person's identity after a fatal train crash in No Man of Her Own.
I'll never get away with it. Never. Even you wouldn't dare.
Say it. I hope you're not angry that I was here without anyone's permission.